and republic nation. The adoption of the Constitution marked the birth of the world's largest democracy, heralding a new era of justice, equality, and liberty for all. The Indian Constitution, drafted by the Constituent Assembly under the visionary leadership of Dr. B.
The Constitution Day Charter. We hold that law is the common heritage and trust of mankind, that administration of justice is one of the fundamental functions of the state, and that judges and lawyers owe their allegiance by the traditions, training, and tenets of their noble profession to the cause and quest of justice. We believe that the discipline of law is indispensably essential for the authoritative and peaceful resolution of all conflicts, for ensuring the orderly development of society, for maintaining the rule of law, for promoting social justice, for safeguarding liberty, and for protecting basic human rights and fundamental freedoms. We affirm that the independence and impartiality of the judiciary and the freedom and independence of the legal profession constitute the sheet anchor of social order, individual freedom, and equal justice in our society. We acknowledge the social responsibilities and the professional obligations of law in public interest and public service. We emphasize in particular the need to ensure equal and universal access of the people in the system to the system of justice, especially to the poor, the weak, the deprived, and the downtrodden, the need for legal literacy and legal aid, and the need for social audit and evaluation of laws and for scientific, rational, and pragmatic law reform. We pledge and dedicate ourselves on this, the Constitution Day, to the premises and postulates of this proclamation.
I now request Mr. R. Venkataramani, Learned Attorney General for India, to kindly deliver his address.
As I stand here today, I stand as a student, keen and willing to search and know more about what one can do to alleviate human sufferings through the process of law and justice. I suppose all of us understand that to belong to the legal fraternity is a noble call and opportunity to be ever in the mode of doing and not after mere material compensations for our services. The nation today, in order that enable to rise to higher levels of social, political, and economic achievements, demands from us celebrating diversity in unity, celebrating diverse differences with togetherness, and welcoming creativity and innovation from all quarters, that new forms of social wealth are generated for all, laying an orderly process of equality realization, which is a daunting challenge. The Constitution Day is a day of thanksgiving first, remembering with respect and regard every one of the members of the Constituent Assembly for the wonderful gift given to us. It's a day for gathering our collective consciousness on the common allegiance to the Constitution, regardless of a world of differences. It's a day when we assemble at as many places as possible to remind ourselves on the task to be done as a nation and as individuals. It's a day when the legal fraternity, in particular, will solemnly affirm to our common commitment to enhancing justice and access to justice. It's also a day when we place a mirror unto ourselves and ask searching questions about days and time spent without looking at the poor, the deprived, and the forsaken. But it will be a good day if we stop being cynics, ever in critical mode, but share what we can collectively do. It will also be a good day if governance institutions open up their books of performance and accounts and ask open questions about performance deficits. In the field of justice, it will ask what should be done expeditiously and qualitatively. How can governance rest in peace when the justice needs of different sections of the community are yet largely unmet? This is not to say that our scoreboard is blank, but to say there are blank spaces there. The huge pendencies in all courts, and particularly in the criminal justice system, call for urgent attention and actions and not mere debates. The Supreme Court will be enabled to be a constitutional court and not become a court of all causes. Then, as a nation is rising and achieving many heights, there are attempts from outside to undermine our efforts and cause distractions. I suppose India does not need advisors or instructions from outside, nor India be told how to keep its house in order. Those of us, the shoulders and the arms of legal fraternity, need to be more strong and wide. And what more solemnly can happen today with these thoughts in all our minds? Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Honorable the Chief Justice of India, to kindly address the August gathering.
Namaskar and a very good morning. My sister and brother judges from the Supreme Court, Justice Indu Malhotra, who's joined us, Mr. Kapil Sibal, the Attorney General, Mr. Venkatramani, the Solicitor General, Mr. Tushar Mehta, Mr. Vikram Yadav, Rachna Srivastav, members of the bar. I was told this morning that it was in 1979 that the former president of the Supreme Court Bar Association first time had the law day on this 26th of November. That started the journey, and it has over the years gained strength. Today we celebrate it as a law day. India, since independence, has had a transformative journey from a nation which, under the aftermaths of and horrors of partition, widespread illiteracy, poverty and hunger, lack of robust democratic system of checks and balances, resulting in self-doubt, has emerged today as a mature and a vibrant democracy, a self-assured nation, a geopolitical leader. But at the back of it is the Constitution of India, which has helped this transformation. It is today a way of life that has to be lived up to. We renew our pledge to be trustees and custodians of the Constitution. It is a tribute to its enduring legacy and the present future commitment to the supreme text which we must commemorate. Constitution bestows on the court a unique position for the judiciary. Mr. Kapil Sibal read out the charter of the Constitutional Day. It captures the entire ethos of what Constitutional Day means to all of us, being a part of the judiciary. We often refer to the judiciary as persons in robes, that is, the judges. But judiciary equally represents the bar. We do not, I cannot visualize the judiciary where the members of the bar are not part and parcel of it. You are as much part of the judiciary as the judges. I have been a member of the bar from 1983 to 2005 when I got elevated. That means I've spent 22 years as a member of the bar. I demit office next year after about 20 years of being a judge. My tenure as a member of bar is certainly longer than my tenure as a judge. Judges come from the bar and go back to the bar. We belong to the bar. The better the bar, the better the judges. There is another way the bar contributes to the judiciary. You become the spokesperson and the first person to whom the citizens come and repose faith. You are the ones who come and present their case before us. You are the ones who point out the legal principles and help us adjudicate. Therefore, it is said, judges shine in reflected glory. We do not I cannot imagine an adjudicatory system in India where the bar does not contribute and help us adjudicate and decide. Lawyers in the Supreme Court have another role to play. You belong to different parts of the country. You come to Delhi, you become part and parcel of the unified judicial system which the apex court represents. I have immensely benefited from the judges from different parts of the country, their different thought processes, the way they look at things, and the legal principles they have been drawn and brought up with. Similarly, the members of the bar come up with different ideas, different thought processes, different reasoning, and contribute to the jurisprudence of this country. Indian Supreme Court has had a very strong, good legacy. We have decisions right from environmental laws, privacy laws, fundamental rights, the basic structure doctrine. Many of these decisions I do not think would have been possible without the contribution and the efforts of the member of the bar. We, therefore, require the members of the bar to come up to the principles and ideals set out in the charter of the constitutional day. We have made various attempts since I took over the Chief Justice. I have made various attempts to look into the issues and problems which we have facing as members of the bar. We have now uh, allowed, we have now set up notice boards where the physical cause lists outside the courtroom are being shown. We have also been able to identify a conference room in the mini hall on the first floor of the D block of the administrative block building, which will become the conference room, additional conference room. We have also looked into, and two proposals have been put up for two photostat machine operators, two computer operators, and one stationary in the ABC block. We have now, we'll be having two more cabins for the oath commissioners in the administrative block. Wi-Fi services, if I go by, have improved substantially. We have made efforts to enhance the speed. Uh, we have we have installed additional routers which have been put outside the CBA office for better connectivity. The daily requirement of OTP pins has been done away with now and has been replaced with increased login validity of about 3 months. Free Wi-Fi services is being extended to the ladies' bar room. In addition, we have now issued directions for additional chairs and tables, both in waiting rooms at the ground floor near the Plaza Canteen, main campus, etc. Request for opening Gate B of the main campus during Sundays and holidays has been approved. I have one request to make, and I hope it will be taken in the right spirit. I have been repeatedly getting requests for recirculation of letters of adjournment. I have looked into the data. The data shows that there were about 9,000 to 10,000 applications or letters for adjournments being circulated every 3 months, which is more than 1,000 applications or letters for adjournment every day. So it is not going to be possible for us to go back to the earlier system. Whatever system we have now adopted, we can, if you come up with some suggestions for improvements, we look into it. But going back to the earlier system may be counterproductive. I can share with you, we received about 1,400 odd applications in the new system during the last 11 months. You can see the difference from 100 applications a day to about 150 applications a month. That's a huge change. And let's therefore go with the right spirit. Today is a day for us to introspect, to look into, assess our strong points, look at our weaknesses, as the Attorney General has rightly pointed out. It's a day when we look at the scorecard. We do not we do not think the scorecard is blank. We have good scores, but there are issues which we have to tackle. And let's unifiedly tackle those issues with the members of the bar and the judiciary both contributing to this in the fullest measure. Thank you and Jai Hind.